I just want to say a few words for this video. Now, first of all, for some reason, my video about Biden received 2 dislikes immediately, but still more likes than dislikes. 3 likes right now. But 2 dislikes immediately from apparently people who don't even want to look at the content of the video. They just want to immediately dislike because they disagree with something. But what I really want to get into is the direction in which things are going. I don't even like talking about it. I don't like seeing it. I don't like thinking about the direction of the idiocy that you see. I can't believe the New York Post even talked about it. Or am I thinking of the Times? I don't know. BLM. You all know what that is. You can't say it now without being scrutinized. The mob beat a white man unconscious after making him crash his truck. And I'll let you know that the video, if you watch it, is very graphic. This was an Antifa crowd, and they beat this man unconscious in Portland. What the heck are these people standing for? And if these are the ones we have voting in this nation, they need to have all of the people who abuse their rights, people who abuse being a human being, if you want to call these mob of people who are who are doing these heinous acts. You have individuals committing these horrendous acts of violence and crime. They beat this white man to a pulp. There were 30 bleeps in just a few seconds of people swearing, cussing this white man out, drug him out of his truck, made him crash his truck, drug him out of there, beat him to death simply because he's white, as far as I can tell. And they claim he's recovering in the hospital, but the news has tried, Fox News has tried to reach out to him many times, and nothing has been stated. So we don't even know if he's recovering well or if he's alive or what. Well, first you had Fauci saying there's no reason that in-person voting should be safe. Now he's saying there's no reason it shouldn't be safe. The head of the CDC, the head of the the head of the WHO, stating that there's no reason that in-person voting shouldn't be safe. And then you've got all of this. They want, but they're still wanting to force mail-in ballots. I guarantee your vote won't be counted if they do mail-in ballots. You see a man beaten unconscious by these horrendous thugs, by these people. I can't remain silent on this. It's saddening. It's emotional. It's very, very horrendous to witness. You have those individuals, they want their own schools, but they fuss about anyone else wanting their own schools. They want their own buildings, their own businesses, their own churches, and their own statues, but they fuss about anyone else having their own. It makes no sense. And then you see what happened today. Then you have, the threat by mail isn't fraud, it's disinformation and sabotage. Well, that is obvious. Where's this in the news? Where are the individuals who are of BLM doing this crime? Like the one that $200,000 life savings was ripped away from him during a brutal beating. Or a man beaten to death with a baseball bat outside of Target. But this takes all. This BLM mob, Antifa ran crowd beat a man unconscious. This just doesn't make any sense. Where are these people's minds? They've gone insane. They're being controlled. They're being forced to feel a certain way. I think they've lost their mind. I mean, it makes no sense. They don't And then you've got people just blindly nodding and agreeing with what Democratic candidates say. They just nod in agreement. And they say we're going to make this country right again, make this country better again. If there was anything to their so-called leadership, they would be speaking out against this violence that's taking place right now to begin with. They wouldn't be just letting it happen. But instead, Joe Biden's having interviews with Cardi B, an explicit rapper, calling her such an icon. Oh, I'm such a fan. Oh, you're such an icon. You're so awesome. You're amazing. This woman that went from working at she went from, I think, sex clubs, strip clubs, and then went over to she did some explicit videos, and she went over to rapping, and then she wound up having a child, and now she's famous, and that's what Cardi B did. And then, yeah, she's had a few good beats and a few good hits, a few catchy songs. But every time a Dem winds up interviewing someone, it's always entertainment industry. It's always the entertainment industry. That's what the previous administration did all the time. They consistently monitor the they constantly not monitor, interview. Why did I say monitor? I guess because that's what's on the TV right now. They're talking about monitoring the DNC. But anyway, they're constantly talking about interviewing celebrities. Just interview celebrities. Interview Cardi B. Interview Jay-Z and Beyonce. Interview. And first of all, that Beyonce's new documentary series has a black person just descending to the earth like there's some kind of a god. And then it says that black is king. And then you've got misinformation, just like Malcolm X was given until he wound up changing over to the Lord. They had misinformation spread that white people were evil and that blacks were the superior one. And there are actually people like, for example, the guy that's ahead of, what's that? I can't even think right now. It's the, Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon is ahead of that particular show. But Nick Cannon was saying that black people were superior. Hold on a moment. And he was saying that because of the pigments of their skin, the darker skin pigments are the ones that shall reign supreme, and that we crawl on the ground, that we were the scum, we were the unpure people, we were the... He said that's why you see more crimes in the white community. I was like, what? He said that's why you see more issues in our community. That's what Nick Cannon said. And he was saying that Jews and whites were evil. Then he apologized. Now he had everyone against him. So where are these people's minds at? The scary thing is these are the people we have voting. These are the people we have to elect individuals. It makes no sense whatsoever. I don't even know what they're running on. Build back better. I mean, that sounds like, yeah, it's an alliteration, all right, but it sounds like a... I don't know what it sounds like. Build back better. That's what his run is. While currently we're trying to keep jobs over here. We are trying to we've made the military super strong. Tried to hold up for the police force, the ones that are not corrupt. Holding up for the rights of people. Holding up for the constitutional rights of individuals. And then they're like, we need to change all that. Back to what? The direction we were going of the NWO and mind control and the control of society to the point where we have no rights whatsoever. And don't get me started about the UFO and alien news. That's big right now. UFO and alien news is really big right now. But anyway. Peace. Signing out. I love you all. But, I mean, it's just crazy. What's the direction that we're going? The NWO? And toward the darkness. The Lord's got to come and make all this right. Soon he will, but it's just insane. Let's ascend. Let the ones whose consciousness is really about love. Let's not worry about it. Let's ascend. Let's do what we know is right. help each other out. Peace and signing out. My links are below. It's a crazy, crazy world.